Hi, it's Amy, and I am going to quickly recreate a look for you guys that I originally did for blogger Annam, and she is over at summerxskin.com. I'll post the link below the video, but we'll just get started. And I use this look creating Urban Decay's new Vice palette. Mine is covered in like fingerprints. That's fine. This palette has 20 shades and it's really a little bit of everything, from mattes to your sort of brighter colors to your smoky colors. There's a little bit of everything in here, and the palette you can get at Sephora and Shoppers Drug Mart for $68, I think. So we're going to start with, as you can see, I've already done one eye, and it's sort of like a gold and teal smoky eye type of deal. I'm going to start with Urban Decay's Sin Primer. For anyone that knows Urban Decay, the brand is really known for their primers. They will last through anything. They're amazing. So this color Sin is sort of a champagne-y color. For most things I like using brushes. For primers I actually prefer fingers because it just gets you the perfect amount. So we're going to go ahead and just blend that in. Just up through the crease. You can use a brush if you want, but I definitely prefer fingers. And why I'm using Sin as opposed to some of the other primers that are just neutral is I kind of want to pop that kind of gold base that you see over here. And this champagne gold is going to do that. So we've got our base. I'm also wearing false lashes on this side, so you can see there's a big difference. When I start a smoky eye, I actually work a little bit backwards. The first thing that I do is highlight. And the reason that I do that is because I don't like it when the colors go up too high. So I'm going to use Anonymous, which is a matte highlight color. And with this Stila blending brush, I'm just going to go ahead and do a little bit of that right under the brow. And I'm doing that so that when I go ahead and start blending the colors up, it's almost like they'll have something to stop them, if that makes sense, so that they don't just go all the way up to the brow. If you had a little bit of a darker skin tone, I think when I did this look before, I actually used Echo Beach. That's a little bit more of like a champagne. So we've got our highlight, and now with Blitz, which is this like wicked, crazy, like bright gold color, I'm going to use MAC's 217 brush and just blend that through the inner corner of my eye. And personally, I like colors to go a little higher than the crease. I feel like if they're just, if they're just on the lid, you can't really see them when you open your eyes, so I usually bring stuff up a little bit higher. And I'm just almost going to where like the pupil is, just blending it out, like that. Next, we're going to get Unhinged, which is this kind of shimmery teal color. And just go ahead and blend that into the gold. There's construction going on behind my building, so that's why it's so noisy. Sorry. And you'll notice, because Urban Decay shadows are so super pigmented, there's a little bit of fallout, but whatever, that's fine. And we're just blending it above the crease, like that. Okay, so that's sort of like the basis for where we're going. The next thing I'm going to do, I have no idea what this brush is called. It's by MAC and it looks like this. I'm actually going to grab a little bit of the primer again, just on the back of my hand. Pick it up with this little flat nameless MAC brush. I don't remember what it's called. And literally underneath my lash line, I am going to go ahead and just put a little bit of primer under there too. Because we're going to do the shadow down there, I want it to stick. Perfect. Alright, and basically we're literally just going to mirror on the bottom what we did on the top. So we're going to grab our Blitz, which is the bright gold, and blend it underneath the eye. Like that. Get the unhinged, which is our kind of turquoisey color, and buff it into gold. Perfect. So now you've got both sides. Top and bottom are matching. So the next thing is, a lot of people ask me, when you do your eyes, how far out should the shadow go? My personal trick is I almost like to hold a brush up from the bottom. So if you were to hold a brush winging out from your bottom lash line, to me that's as far as out as it should go. I mean, there are no rules in makeup. You could definitely go further, you could bring it in, but that's what I feel is the most flattering. So what I'm going to do, we've got a little bit of the teal on our flat brush here. Literally from the bottom of the lash line, I'm just going to almost wrap it into the top because I want to give it that kind of like nice shape. So I'm just buffing it up a little bit. Again, like winging it out from the bottom and then blending it into the gold. I'll give you a close up here too. Perfect. Then, because I really wanted it to look like the gold just faded right into the teal, I'm going to grab a little bit of Penny Lane, which is right beside the Blitz in your Vice palette, with the 217 kind of buffing brush, and I'm just almost like between the two colors, just popping a little bit of Penny Lane, so it's almost like it's going to go from gold to bronze to teal. Just like that, so it looks really seamless. And you can always go back in with whatever's left on your brush with the teal and add a little bit more or less. It's really hard doing one whole eye and then recreating the other, so I would say if you're going to do this yourself, do it step by step. It's a little easier. Perfect. Now, I personally didn't want to leave it just with the turquoise, so I grabbed a little bit of Black Market, which is underneath Penny Lane. It's like a medium tone black. And I'm almost going to create like a little reinforced V on the outside of my eye, if that makes sense. So I'm going to start on the bottom and just make it like a little bit darker. You can see there's a little bit of fallout under my eye. And then blending it into the top. You can see I did it on this side too. Just so that on the outside of the eye, you've got that really sort of reinforced dark part. I'm just going to look in this mirror here. And kind of blending it above the crease a little bit as well. Just like that. That's basically it. What I like to do as well with my 217, which I know I said is like the best blending brush ever, I literally like to go over the edges with whatever color's left on there and just kind of like fade it so you can't really see where anything ends or begins. Blending is not that hard. It's really all about your tools and about the product. If you've used Urban Decay's eyeshadows, you know they're incredible. They're so easy to work with. So I'm just kind of using a 217 just to buff over the edges. You can also do it with whatever brush you highlighted with. Sometimes I pick a little bit more highlight color up with this Stila blending brush and almost like use it as an eraser just to buff out all the edges because I don't like it when you can kind of see where things end and begin. There we go. So obviously it looks different because we have no liner. I'm going to use Urban Decay's Zero pencil just right in the waterline. And these pencils are absolutely safe for the waterline. They are waterproof, smudge-proof, life-proof, last through absolutely everything. There we go. And then on the top lashes, I'm going to use Urban Decay's liquid liner and give my liner a little bit of a wing. Urban Decay's liner doesn't come in this package anymore. This is super old school. I probably shouldn't even have it. The product is exactly the same, but the packaging just doesn't come in the genie bottle anymore. It's awesome because the brush is so tiny. It's so easy to use. All right. So we're going to go ahead and line our upper lashes. I feel like lining your upper lashes is a tutorial all on its own, so I'm not going to go into too much detail. We'll just get it done. Perfect. I've lined it, and I'm just going to give it a little bit of a wing. Just again, because I wanted to give it that really kind of cool angled out cat eye shape. Perfect. Da-da-da-da-da. Let's make this one a little bit bigger. Awesome. All right, there we go. I actually didn't do false lashes on Annam, but if you know me, you know I am obsessed with them and I wear them every single day. So we're going to add some lashes. Again, this video is just about the eyeshadow. I'm not going to go too much into detail on lashes, but I do have a lash video that you guys can watch that's a little older. Lashes. Grab my mirror. And these lashes are actually just from Quo. They're super inexpensive. They're like $6. Perfect. And there you have it. We have this gold and teal smoky eye with a little bit of black in the outer corner, winged out liner, and some lashes. I'm going to attach links to both my blog and to Summer X Skin so you can kind of see how it looked on her versus on my skin tone. I feel like because she has a little bit of a darker skin tone than me, it popped a little bit more. I love teals and golds on sort of a medium to dark skin tone. Yes, but please leave comments. Let me know if you have any questions and let me know what you'd like to see going forward. Bye!